In terms of digital training, digital learning, generally for organizations, there have been challenges around the training aspect, implementing it, sustaining it. Tell us a little bit more about those challenges, perhaps heightened during this time, during the pandemic, especially when in-person training was so limited. What are some of the challenges that you've seen, and how can those be overcome in the years to come?
Employers need to look at what is it that they want to train for. So cloud talent is scarce. The pandemic caused a shift in where people are learning, but it didn't really change what they need to learn. The modality may have changed to accommodate a lockdown or a pandemic, but the actual skills that are required and the scarcity of skills, particularly around the cloud, didn't change. So a focus on entry-level talent is important, and having organizations become aware of the skills gap and how to address it. We generally talk about a couple of things. One is think about your workforce today and working backwards from your customers and your requirements. What is it that you need? When you look at entry-level talent, we really want you to think about hiring new learners, entry-level talent that is essentially cloud native from the beginning. And so they don't come with baggage of decades worth of legacy technology and thinking. And they essentially don't have bad habits to unlearn. And these individuals can challenge and bring a different approach to how they want to solve problems with cloud technology. And this new talent can actually enhance your existing experienced employees. So it gives you the ability to build teams with mixed level of talent. So you can provide your experienced talent with and augment their teams with new talent. And investing in this entry-level talent then frees up some of this more experienced talent to work on the higher level tasks. It also becomes an interesting retention mechanism, and that having a mixed team of varying levels of talent actually creates a more enriching environment for your experienced level talent, who can begin coaching and developing this entry-level talent. So instead of having a bench of all experienced people, you can have a mixed bench, and that having a more diverse team in terms of the mix of talent you have actually becomes a retention mechanism for keeping those experienced people, but also developing this entry-level talent, this digital native talent internally.
It's very interesting to see how different generations learn in the workplace. What are some of the things that you've learned about the different work generations, and how they interact with each other, and how to best engage them in learning? Because different generations probably learn differently, and they want a different type of experience as they are learning, as they are in training. Tell us how you've been able to sort of manage both.
Yeah, it's a lot of the next generation of cloud builders that we're helping train, I'm convinced, they were born with a cell phone in their hand. And so for them, cloud native and digital skills, it simply becomes second nature to them in a way that's different from learners of my generation, who essentially had to learn a lot of those skills as they were being developed and emerging. When we are building training programs, especially training programs that are targeting younger learners, for our K through 12 learners, we are building programs that are focused on inspiring these learners to stay focused on STEM topics. And we're creating more tactile projects and programs around IoT devices, so that we're bringing the cloud directly into the classroom with devices that they can put in their hand and use. And then making the leap to, well, where's all the data going? And when I'm visualizing the data, working with the data, that it's backed in the cloud, becomes an easier concept to help them work with. As we progress towards the higher ed learners, we're building programs that are allowing team focused project work, since that's one of those important professional skills that they're going to need in the industry, but also helping them fold machine learning, data lakes, global reach into the projects that they're building. And so a lot of the projects they build are around compute for good topics. So in our programs, we've had learners build, well, what do we do with excess food from restaurants at the end of the evening? And how could we efficiently distribute it to shelters and food kitchens? And so helping them work on problems that they're passionate about, like that around compute for good, while teaching them how to leverage at scale what the cloud can bring to helping them build solutions, has been a really interesting way to engage the learners on problems that they care about. And even in the Get IT program, when they build these application designs for programs to impact their local community, by bringing the cloud to some issues and problems that are local to them, we've had a lot of interesting development of the projects they build, but also a way of engaging those learners. And then on our corporate learning platform, we have over 500 free digital modules that are very tactile. And so for learners that have experience that want to do a very tactical, short sound bites of learning and consume pieces of learning that I search for very specifically because I'm troubleshooting and I'm trying to solve a problem, we have to accommodate those learners as well. And by creating a library of smaller digital training that can be used in that mode, 1 to 3 day training courses, all the way to 12-week or 6-month training courses, we've had to build a continuum of these kind of learning venues and modalities that help different learners at different stages, but also accommodate their different learning styles.